Hey there, my name is Amber, and welcome to the You Need an Amber YouTube channel. Here in the month of May, I am posting a video every day in the month of May for my 31 Days of YouTube challenge, and I am really thankful that you're here. Makes me happy. Today, I want to talk about one of the best learning tools that we have accessible to us at all times that is completely free. And that tool is podcasts. Podcasts are a huge marketing tool for businesses to promote their business, promote their course, promote their book, create to establish themselves as a thought leader. And we get to receive all of the information that a creator is willing to give us. So as you're thinking, I want to learn more about how to be a better business owner, how to be a better whatever, I highly recommend looking at the podcast app on your phone to see what's available. So I'm going to show you the podcast that I am currently listening to and hopefully inspire to show you some podcasts that you don't know about, and just to show you a couple of ways that I am improving myself as a business owner, as a director of operations, as a systems person, as a whatever title I want to give myself in the moment. So let's get into it and have a look at my podcast list. So these are the podcasts that I currently have on my phone right now, and I'm just going to go through them, tell you what they are, what I think about them, and hopefully this will inspire you to look at some new podcasts also. So the first one I want to talk about is the Business Managers Podcast. This is a new to me podcast, so I've really only started listening just this past week or so, but so far, so good. Duped the Dark Side of Online Business. I have not listened to yet, but I'm very excited to dig in. The Money with Katie. Really liking this podcast, helping me think about budgets and investments in a new and different way. So very excited to get more into that podcast. Call Me Curious. I have not listened to yet, but something you may not know about me is I love listening to podcasts from the beginning. So I really hate coming into a podcast on like episode 200 because I feel like I've missed a bunch of stuff, but Call Me Curious is new. I think there's less than 10 episodes. So I really want to start listening immediately so that I can stay up to date the whole time. Maintenance Phase is very good. I started listening to that on a road trip that I was on. This is not a business podcast. It is a podcast about the health industry, and it's fascinating. Very good. Be in the Room with Ryan Dowdy. I know Ryan, so I really wanted to be supportive of her show. I've listened to a few episodes, and they are excellent. She's a very good interviewer. Scale Your Way with Nicole Jackson Miller, also very good. Nicole is brilliant. So I do listen to this as often as I can. How She Did That with Tasha Booth. Tasha is a great online mentor that she probably doesn't know that I look up to her that way, but I do. But Tasha has been really great in helping me grow my online business. So I just love getting to listen to her. The Work Less, Earn More podcast with Gillian Perkins is very good. She talks a lot about passive income and just different ways to make your business more productive for you, and it's brilliant. Financial Feminist is also a relatively new podcast. She's only produced one season so far. It was amazing. For season 1, she released everything all at once. I think for season 2, which has recently come out, she's releasing in like increments. I have not listened to season 2 yet, but she is very good, and I really like her style. Hey Jessica is Jessica Stansberry. I have been following her on YouTube and on her podcast for a long time, and I just really love her fun, bubbly personality, and she has a lot of inside tips for podcasts. The Get Paid podcast with Claire Pelletreau. Claire has been in the podcasting space for a long time. I would say 5 years, 8 years, long time. And she interviews people and asks them questions like, how much money do you make? No, really. How much did that launch cost you? And how much did you put in your pocket? And people tell her. People tell her. And it's really interesting to hear, if someone has a $250,000 launch of their digital product, but they spent $100,000 in Facebook ads. It's just fascinating to hear all of the behind the scenes with the money that goes into running an online business. Very good podcast. The Ops Authority. So I just completed my Director of Operations certification over here. And Natalie Gingrich is the owner of that company and the host of this podcast. So she is one of my mentors, and I love listening to her and taking in everything that she says. Systems Save Me with Jordan Gill. Jordan has pressed pause on the podcast, but it's still on my podcast list because sometimes I go back and re-listen to things, so I don't want to get rid of it. The Lazy Genius with Kendra Adachi, I think her name is. Sorry, Kendra, if I butchered that. She has such a great podcast. I think her catchphrase is to be a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't. And I just feel like that speaks to my soul. It's like exactly how I need to be spending my time. So she has lots of content for a variety of aspects of your life. I pick and choose her episodes because some of them are about being a mom or having kids, and those episodes don't apply to me. So I pick and choose the episodes that I want to watch, but they are excellent. The last four that you see, Unladylike, Ladies We Need to Talk, The Dream, and Serial, those are podcasts that are not updated as often, and I don't want to get rid of them in case they ever come out with a new episode. I want to be notified immediately. So those are the podcasts on my phone right now that I'm currently listening to. I'm not really a binger. I don't binge TV shows or podcasts or anything, but I do listen when I'm in the car or when I'm trying to multitask with some gardening or cooking. And those podcasts really help me to stay focused in my business, to give me new ideas, and to make sure I'm staying on top of all of my finances. So I hope that some of those podcasts could be really beneficial to you, and maybe you will download a new podcast tonight based on a recommendation that I have. That'd be really fun, wouldn't it? Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. Would you take a second and hit that red subscribe button? You see it? See it down there? It's red. It says subscribe. You can't miss it. Can't miss it. You'll know it when you see it because of the word subscribe. If you would just take a second to hit that subscribe button, that would mean the world to me. I am right in the middle of a 31-day YouTube challenge to post every day in the month of May, and I don't want you to miss out on my next video, which comes out tomorrow. So see you then. Bye.